Alright. Welcome to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and tonight for Let's Play Jank, we've got Hapatra's Trap. Yes, I've always said this deck was a trap, and so I figured that's exactly what I would name it. All the pieces seem to be there, so a lot of people have actually tried to run it. There's absolutely so many neg 1/1 counter pieces that came out of out of the Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet block that it looked like there would actually be a really good deck there. However, it just never really seemed to come to fruition. Tonight, I'm actually going to try to put together Hapatra's, and we're going to see if we can run the neg 1/1 counter deck as a last chance before it rotates. So, I hope you guys like it, and if you like the content in general, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more last chance decks coming, and we've got some other, hey, it's rotating, we should probably start looking forward to this stuff coming as well. So stay tuned for that, and let's talk about Hapatra's Trap here. What's up, everyone? Cornball, how you doing? Justin, Clay, and Rush, what's up, guys? I know we've got some more people there. Anyway, I've always just said that Hapatra was a trap. So for those of you that don't know who Hapatra is or what she is a legendary human cleric. And Hapatra says, when Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, deals combat damage to a player, you may put a neg 1/1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put one or more neg 1/1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. Hapatra's, yeah, there you go. That's basically it, Mason. I know a lot of people that have said, they really wanted to see these Hapatra decks go, and I've tried to build it. I have tried to build it in multiple different ways. I've seen other people try to build it. Even before I started putting this together, I said, I really don't want to play Hapatra. So, even though she's in the deck, let's talk about what this deck really is. This is a Soul Scar Mage makeshift munitions deck. Now, if you have Hapatra on the battlefield and you have a Soul Scar Mage and a makeshift munitions, you can start putting neg 1/1 counters on things. So you sack a snake, you deal a damage, which will give you another snake, which will then, you just keep dealing damage to things. And that's kind of the plan here. Now, if you don't have Hapatra, you could also do this with Nest of Scarabs. Whenever you put a neg 1/1 counter on a creature, create that mini 1/1 black insect token. So, with Soulscar Mage, makeshift munitions, we sacrifice a creature, other than Soulscar Mage that is, start doing 1 damage, and that 1 damage will end up being a neg 1 counter. So then with Hapatra or our Nest of Scarabs, those neg 1/1 counters will give us more creatures that we can then sack to the munitions and continue to chain off as much as we have mana. Then we have some really cool ways to just naturally create bodies, and that's Ammon Eternal. Pretty much we can get into this point where no matter what spell they cast, we're going to start getting some value out of it, and a lot of times they'll find ways and creative ways to kill Ammon Eternal. But if we can get down something like a Hapatra or a Nest of Scarabs, then no matter what they do other than just blocking Ammon Eternal, we're going to get some value out of it. And with Afflict 3, we get value even when they block. So, not bad there, but I'm not done. Like, there are more payouts to the neg 1/1 counters, guys. We've got cards like Obelisk Spiders, so every time we put a neg 1/1 counter on a creature, we'll also drain the opponent. So if they have, plenty of creatures for us to burn, we have our Obelisk Spider out, we don't even have to turn sideways to actually start doing some damage and gaining a little bit of life, might I add you. Or, forget it. Moving on. The Scorpion God here is also another really cool payout. Once we start pinging those creatures to death, with the neg 1/1 counters, we start drawing some additional cards, which helps feed us into additional lands, and so on and so forth. Now, that's not always going to be the case. We're not always going to have Soulscar Mage and makeshift munitions, so sometimes we're going to need, just neg 1/1 counters in a natural way. And I figured no better better way to really do that than actually use some cards that said just place some neg 1/1 counters on some things and kill them. So, you know, we have that here with Splendid Agony. So distribute 2 neg 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. Now this works pretty well because if we can put it on 2 different creatures, so we're not just doing 1 instance of neg 1/1 counters, we'll actually trigger Hapatra twice. Now either way, even if we're putting them both on the same creature, you're going to trigger the Nest of Scarabs the same. You're going to get those creatures based on how many 1/1 counters you put, and then the obelisk spiders when you put 1 or more neg 1/1 counters. So you know, that will be separate triggers. Hapatra and the obelisk spider will work together, but then again the Nest of Scarabs is going to give us extra. So that's pretty much how the deck works. Now we can also just, you know, feed ourselves quite a few scarabs by, you know, dropping a mana dork or something like that. Channeler Initiate, yes, it starts as a mana dork, but then later in the game it's a 3/4 that we've only got 2 mana invested in, and if it gets to a 3/4, then we've actually gotten that 2 mana plus some back. And then there's other ways to draw your cards, because, you know, I do want to draw to the proper creatures here. Adventurous Impulse, and just kind of, you know, our standard green Ponder, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I know Ponder's so much better, but we're just going to leave it at that. And then Vivian Reed, her +1 ability does the same thing for us. Actually, a little bit better than Adventurous Impulse. So Vivian Reed, I thought, was a very good include in the deck. Plus, it gives us a little bit of you know, interaction with artifacts, enchantments, cast out, and things like that could be really a pain for us, you know, trying to get our Nest of Scarabs and stuff. So I thought that, you know, destroying target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying would be useful, especially against, you know, flyers. We're kind of weak with Obelisk Spider being our only creature with reach, and we don't have any flyers. So we are a little bit weak to flying. So I thought that Vivian Reed would come into handy real well in this spot. Now, her neg 8 actually is a little bit mind-blowing. I got that off earlier today in a little bit of testing, and then later I actually ended up creating the scarabs and such. And once I started going off and creating, you know, additional insect tokens, and I had a Hapatra down at the same time, and so, you know, I was getting snakes and I was getting insects, and that just works so well with her ultimate there, where I was getting 2 for every 1 that I spent, and they were huge. You know, 3/3s with vigilance, trample, indestructible. Come on, get real. And that's where the curve kind of tops off at, guys. Like, that's everything in the main board. Now, the deck's not very expensive. If you guys wanted to try it, it's only about 60 bucks on Magic Online, and most of that actually comes from the Vivian Reeds and the mana base in the main board. And in the sideboard, you know, we've got 3 Chandras, we've got Vraska. Those are a little bit expensive, along with Fight with Fire to be able to deal with some Lyras and things. Now, I am running Soulscar Mage, and a board wipe with a Soulscar Mage out sounds really, really good in this deck, because you're going to put all of those neg 1/1 counters on, and then from that, you're going to just make them like a million little tokens, right? Like, just a million tokens. Cool million. Anyway, Fiery Cannonade here was the one that I chose. 3 of these, instant speed. Your Soulscar Mage can outgrow it the turn that you cast it, so it works really, really good there. And then, of course, you know, we might want to give up on the neg 1/1 counter strategy, and if we do that, Glorybringer and Chandra are going to be awesome. And then, of course, Ammon Eternal with a Cartouche of Ambition on it is a mean thing. All right, just say it. We don't have to put it on Ammon Eternal. We can put it on, say, the Scorpion God, or even Hapatra, or something of that nature, and just get a little bit of lifelink. Heaven forbid we get to put it on our Obelisk Spider, making it deal, you know, 2 damage, then putting a neg 1/1 counter on something. You know, we're looking at blocking Chain Whirlers and such here. So I'm really liking Obelisk Spider here. So that's the deck, guys. I hope you guys like it. I know some people were saying there, yo, it looks great. What's up, Rush? I was giving you a shout out earlier. Xander, you're excited to see it in action? Well, that's exactly what we're going to go do, sir. Yeah, it's probably really, really annoying to play against. Hopefully we can get the deck to go off. I actually didn't get it to go off that many times earlier today. I only got a few games in, and we won, but it didn't go off. Alright, Mr. Mustache Man. How are you doing tonight? Well, I am good. I assume that I'm Mr. Mustache Man. So, well, we can start out with a Blooming Marsh, follow it up with a Forest, get down our Hapatra, and seems good. I'll keep this hand. We've got action. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Looks like we're going to be dealing with some graveyard mechanics here. Probably GPG, if I had to guess. I would assume that it's GPG. Amit's going to be a really good one here. So we'll grab the Amit Eternal, pass the turn. We've got plenty of lands. We've even got our red source if we decide we're going to need that later. I don't know if we'll have time. Like, we're really hoping that we can survive to this Vivian Reed. Not having a way to block the flyers is going to be a little bit of a problem. Alright, he's milling himself. Angel of Invention, Angel of Invention. Chart a course. Throwing away a GPG. How much you want to bet? Oh, there's the GPG. This is happening. This is 100% happening. Yeah. So we're going to play Hapatra. And then I think we've got like one turn here. Yeah. Definitely going to need some way to destroy the artifact. Most of our artifact removal is a little late for a Slither Blade. Really? Champion of Wits. Okay. And that's kind of always been the problem with Hapatra. You never can really swing in with her, so... I don't know how we come out of this. So Champion of Wits blocks, right? He's got to have Refurbish in hand, right? Has to have Refurbish. Minus to destroy GPG sounds like our only option, but we're a long way from getting there. I'm just going to play the Blooming Marsh because I don't think we can risk anything coming in tapped later. I mean, do we just pray he just doesn't have Refurbish? Right? I mean, I don't think we swing with Hapatra, because when he casts anything, we're going to get a snake. If we swing it, he just kills it because he doesn't care about his creatures. Heartless GPG. Wow. Okay, Heartless summoning GPG. Maybe. 2 more turns. It will all be good. I don't think we live 2 more turns. What do we do about the angels in 2 more turns? Like, he'll have 2 angels. Like, we're dead in 2 turns. This is 6. Yeah. We've got to come up with an answer to this, like, ASAP. Obelisk Spider. Come on, Obelisk Spider. Just gonna cycle here. Another Amit Eternal. It's not going to do it. I mean, we can swing, right? He doesn't have first strike. Can't block that. Getting there. Yeah. I think Vivian will be. I do. I think Vivian Reed will quickly become adopted as a very powerful planeswalker. Her first ability is absolutely terrific. I mean, just giving you the ability to look at 4 cards and put a creature or a land from amongst them, that's pretty good. I mean, you're not going to see that in a bunch of control decks and things like that, because that's not going to help you a lot in those. But I think that it's going to be in a lot of creature decks. Yes, if they're green creature decks, and most green decks are creature decks. So yeah, I expect it. So 14 damage in the air. Alright, so we may just not have an out to this deck. Definitely have to bring in... Scorpion God is not going to help us here. Bring in Vraska. I did not bring Graveyard Hate. Ooh, might have been a mistake. Fight with Fire won't quite do it for an Angel. Maybe I need the Glorybringers just to get in the air. I don't think Hapatra gets there either. Yeah, we need some better way to kill, or some good way to gain life. Right? Yeah, Glorybringer seems good. I kind of want to go Chandra as well, and just like take out Hapatra altogether. But I don't like, because Chandra works as ramp. Obelisk Spider, we kind of have to have that. We could come off the makeshift munitions, because we definitely don't have time to set up for that. And then run Chandra. Yeah, I think it's the Chandras, and back off of Hapatra. No Abrade, so nothing there. Fight with Fire might be good, for them bringing in Settle. We're a little weak to Settle. We don't have a lot of basics, like 4. So, we're a little weak there. Oh, this is going to be a bad hand on mana. I don't think we can keep this hand. I think we need a little bit more... Oh, no. No! And then the one Hapatra. I think I still have to keep this Canyon Slough on top. So... At least if I play this, we can get a turn 2 Hapatra down. It'll be a while on the Obelisk Spider, but we can get a turn 2 Hapatra and maybe swing. Yeah, let's go for it. Chart a course, okay. So we definitely get to start making things, but there's the God Pharaoh's gift. It's already there. Alright, so I'm definitely playing this. We'll go to second main. Yes, we would love to make a snake. Soulscar Mage. So now we'll just leave Hapatra as a 1/1 and then go from there. Like, at least this is more creatures, so if he does settle us, we get more counters. Splendid Agony. Hopefully we get a land and we can cast a Splendid Agony. We did get a land, and it does come in untapped, so that is a thing. Yeah. I want to be as quick as possible here. And we'll kill the one that's tapped. No point in not really. It's just basically giving it vigilance. You like the red over the white in your deck? I mean, he's got Angel of Invention. He's got basically everything he needs. But he's playing Champion of Wit, so I'm guessing he's looking for the refurbish. Yeah, well, Grind to Dust is good, and I thought about actually putting some cards in for Grind to Dust. I did not. I really want to kill this. And then we just won't swing with a Hapatra this turn. I mean, we just need to be as fast as possible. I didn't want to let him mill more things. I mean, even though he already has basically everything he needs right here, I didn't want to let him keep milling. He is staving off damage right now, though. We need Green Source and Vivian Reed. That's what we need. Unfortunately, though, we would have to get Vivian pretty large to survive these angels. Well, if he's hard casting him, that's not horrible, right? Alright, so there's a land. Green, black, colorless, and then we'll swing with the Depth Touchers. Yeah, we'll swing with Depth Touch and then go from there. So, we'll see what happens. Right, and we get the spider for some protection. Connected. Yeah, the spider is really good. I'm actually curious why it's just never been played. I mean, alone it can gain you a little bit of advantage, but I mean, I guess the neg 1/1 counter deck just never was strong enough. I mean, go figure. It's not really that great of an idea to take your big dudes and make them smaller, right? Who would have thunk it? I'm pretty sure we do this, right? I mean, we don't get to put the counter on anything because it dies, but chart, of course. Okay, so he just needed to swing with something, and that worked, huh? Okay, well. He's almost to the point with being able to bring back Champion of Wits. I think that's all I can swing with this turn. So, oh, okay. Well, we do get to kill some things. That's not horrible. I don't expect him to swing. You send a deck on Patreon if we can look at it. You know I'm not going to pull that up. You know I'm not pulling up decks in the middle of the stream. Okay. So we cast a GPG, which is not terrific for us. Okay, so if we make the angel, if we give it 2 neg 1/1 counters, it goes back to being a 4/4 with flying. Because We can, if near Deadlands it. We would need to hit another spider very soon. So we take that hit. Well, we'll play our land. Go ahead, shrink the angel. I think I swing with Ammon Eternal. Maybe not. Considering that's... I mean, he doesn't have to cast things anymore. He's got another angel coming. Oh, man, this deck. You can't kill the GPG. You can't beat GPG. Alright. You gotta be able to stop the graveyard, you know. Which effectively kills the GPG, I guess. I'm just gonna pass. We really need to just hit spider after spider here. Right, but remember I didn't want to pull up rushes, and now you're asking me to do the exact same thing, right? I mean, if I'm not going to do it for one person, I can't do it for another. Oh, wait, hold on. You know, I'll do it for you, Jay. No, I can't do that. I made a stink about it when Rush did it. Just saying. I warned him. Yeah, I just can't do it. I sorry. Plus, it lags the stream out when I try to open up the Chrome, and so I'm not. I just can't bother. Erg. We'll block the 7, I guess. Take 5. Make another Death Touch. Cycle. Might need the green. So this leaves up double black. Never mind. We do not have a flyer, and if we cycled that land, we wouldn't have anything else either. So, note to self. GPG's not gone yet. Yeah. You send a deck list to your personal email / bank information. Could we look at that after the game? Right. How many lands are in this deck? 25. 25 lands in the deck. Have I play tested with Chandra Bold Pyromancer yet? Do I think people will run them in red decks when rotation happens? No. No, I actually think red deck is, if anything, is going to be big red. Thanks. Just old red shirt. Anyway, I don't think that Chandra, like that Pyromancer, the 6 mana Chandra, I don't think that she's going to get a lot of play. I just don't see that being a competitive deck. Let's see if we can get another match here. Song of Release, Path of Exile, and Consuming Fervor. I thought about Consuming Fervor as just another way to continuously get spells, but I ended up liking the Ammon Eternal more. So I mean that deck may run both, but yeah. Path of Discovery. Seems good. So every time they come in, you're putting +1/1 counters on them. So is it a +1/1 counter or a -1/1 counter deck? I'll keep this. This looks like a good hand. So we'll just start with our, like, if we can just get out our Nest of Scarabs and then just go from there, should be okay. 2-drop here would be great. I mean, that's not horrible, but I want to keep my red source, so I'm actually just going to play it now. Double red source in the past was really good for me in this deck. I don't think we need that one, but I am going to try for this this agony, or this Nest of Scarabs. We'll see if he's got counters. He may have counters. Could have mainboard negate for all I know. Syncopate would be really good right now. Metallic Rebuke would work. Yeah, there we go. Metallic Rebuke. That happened. That happened, ladies and gentlemen. An Amber. Yeah. Definitely an Amber. Kind of want to cycle this one later. So I'm just going to hang on to it for now. If we keep drawing more, I'll cycle it. If we don't, then I'll play it. Definitely want to get to at least 6 mana so that I can double activate this. But he's got to start making some creatures first. I actually expect him to have Vraska's Contempt, which will be an easy way to deal with this. This is cool of manatraders, right? Manatraders brought us the pretty ones. The pretty ones. Let's go ahead and attack, see what happens. Our opponent's kind of stuck on mana here. Amid Eternal is Wrecking Face. And then we have the Scorpion God, which they're going to have to Vraska's Contempt this, I assume. They're just going to scoop it up. Okay. They choked on mana. We hit Amit into the Scorpion God. So that was pretty good for us. I'm expecting this to be the Artifacts deck. Don't have a lot of Artifact kill here. So I'm just going to bring in the Vraska. And I'll cut... We'll cut one Splendid Agony. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't expect him to have a lot of big dudes either. But Splendid Agony, if he has multiples, we can split that up, like pow 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 on some Psi tokens or something like that. Fiery Cannonade will probably be pretty good here, right? So let's go with Fiery Cannonade over Splendid Agony. And I accidentally took out a Nest, so we'll bring that back in, and yeah, we'll go like this. Amid Eternal and Hapatra with no key to the city. It's because I actually didn't go for... I never even put it into expectation that I would hit people with Hapatra. I just gave up on that a long time ago. That is kind of the trap on Hapatra, is you have to hit people. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to play around. How can we get it if you can't hit anyone with Hapatra? So that's kind of my thinking here, is let's see what we can do if we can't even hit someone with it. And that's why I have the multiple ways to burn and get additional creatures and things like that. So yeah, that's my justification behind no key to the city. Did you play that Scorpion God deck I made much this season? No, I did not. I actually didn't play much the Scorpion God at all. I wanted to play more of it. I think the card is phenomenal. I had a lot of fun every time that I've played it. He's huge. He blocks profitably most things. Even kills Gear Hulk, Blue Gear Hulk, because, you know, the 6 power. You can block... Carnage Tyrant profitably. I mean, he's coming back, so that's what I mean by profitably. Let me create some green mana here so I can play this Channeler Initiate, and then we'll pass the turn. You get bored with decks easy if they don't run right 90% of the time. Understood. I mean... that would make it really easy to get bored with the deck, because having a deck that's more than 75% is probably a tier 1 deck. I mean, if you have a 75% win rate against all decks, then you've got a tier 1 deck. So, yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from there. I'm not a big fan of not running tier 1 or non-tier 1 either, so. Renegade map. Well, he's only got one card in hand here. I mean, yeah, he can start returning a land and drawing to try to get to working with this Kefnet, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going to play a Canyon Slough, and then we'll play our Channeler Initiate and pass. Not a lot we can do here. I mean, he can start holding cards in his hand, but I mean, he's going to need some blue mana just to start activating this. This costs 4. I mean, he's got his Mox, so that's blue mana. I mean, he can pay life for blue here. Reverse Engineer, okay. That works. That puts some cards back in his hand. Alright, well, I want to play the Scorpion God, and then I'm going to pass. Hope everything is well. You just got here. It's as well as can be. We're playing some Jank, and it looks like we came up against a cool little Jank version of like mono blue artifacts. So that looks like that'll be fun. At this point, we're going to start trying to make Kefnet much smaller as quickly as possible. May or may not work for us, but that's definitely what we want to do. Prophetic Prism, that'll replace itself, which is good with Kefnet. I was expecting Psy. No, Consuming Fervor is not. I went with Ammon Eternal for every turn. I seem to get more out of Ammon Eternal than I do out of Consuming Fervor. And it's not like, I mean, I know Consuming Fervor is a 1-drop, but most of the time you only need, like, you're still going to cast it on 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5. So after you've actually got some stuff set up before you want to put that out in these decks. Now, in some decks, you want to be like hyper aggressive with it and things like that, and I can understand that too. Yeah, let's just go ahead and. Do we need to get rid of something? Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm just going to make this a little smaller. I think we can get more out of it by swinging next turn. Maybe it would have been better to actually use that land and use the Channeler Initiate to double activate the Scorpion God. I mean, we wouldn't have drawn cards, but you know, activating while we have him. Curious. Right? You see Kefnet together with Mox Amber, and you're like, wait a minute, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now he's got Tezzeret, which lets him draw 2 cards. I'm about to smash Tezzeret in the face, though. Assuming that he doesn't do other things. I mean... how much is this deck worth in paper? I want to say it was under 100, but it was it might have been closer to 160. You can also go to the link further down and look at all my decks and look for Hapatra's Trap. See if you can find it that way. I'll see if I can fix the link. Sorcerer's Spyglass, I assume that he calls the Scorpion God. It doesn't stop me from punching Tezzeret with it. Oh, he's actually calling Vraska. Okay, well, we're gonna swing at Tezzeret. Yeah, definitely swinging at Tezzeret here. Tezzeret, and then we'll put 2 activations on Kefnet. We may just put one. No, if we put 2 activations on Kefnet, next turn we can activate and cycle. Yeah, I like that. I like that. What's up, Ryan? Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, everyone. Another fellow streamer here. Pretty cool guy. He makes some pretty cool decks. Plays what you play a lot of Arena now, right, Ryan? Look who's in the building, everybody. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, bud? Did I ever think about playing Dev's rotation-proof decks he posted before the last rotation? Could be fun. No. I mean, I played some of them as they came out, just like I kind of played some of these. I didn't play his Enchantress deck. I think that with Fatal Push Around, things like that, you're just begging to get 2 for 1 with the Enchantress decks. What? Are you going to give me a neg? Alright, so in response to that, we'll go black. So we're going to put that on Kefnet. Make sure I click this right. Then we're going to go black, red, black, or whatever. And we're going to activate again. Now we got a 3-powered beater that we're going to use to beat Tezzeret in the face with. Yeah, I think that's the plan. He might have a way to deal with this. I'm assuming that he doesn't, or we'd have already seen it. Hopefully he doesn't. Don't have a way to deal with this. Come on. Get out of here with that. Oh man. It's going to be like a battle at the bridge for 1,000,000. Okay, Tezzeret. Okay. So, Tezzeret's neg 2 will just keep wiping the Scorpion God. So I can Obelisk Spider. Cycle. Alright, well, that's what we've got. We can block Kefnet and kill it. So if he ever decides he's going to get that many counters to be able to swing with Kefnet, actually expect him to start using this ability to draw. You love Jun? I am... Wow. Alright, so now we get to just slam the Scorpion God and go from there. Okay. I've decided my top 10, by the way, guys. I am going to be running a... I'm going to make a top 10 list of the cards that I think will impact the the meta the most. The leaving of these 10 cards, I think, will impact the meta the most. You can all start speculating on what you think the #1 card leaving is going to be. But I know what it is. I know what the #1 card leaving is going to be. I just, you know, I think so anyway. We'll see. Reverse Engineer, he's drawing a ton of cards. Teamer and Esper right here? What? Well, that could be fun. Let's go ahead and play our Blooming Marsh. We can deal with what's on the battlefield. Like, I want to get a threat down, and then if we can start dealing with what's on the battlefield, then we can go from there. I mean, I assume that he's got answers for this. What's up, Zax? How you doing, man? Now, I'll give you a hint, guys. The #1 card that's going to change the meta from it leaving. Bomat Courier. No Bomat Courier. Red deck can't beat control. Red deck's gone. No Bomat. No red deck. Contempt! At least I truly, truly believe that. I mean, Flame of Kiln is good, but it's no Bomat Courier. I mean, you ever seen people draw like 7 cards with a Bomat Courier? Come on. It's like ridiculous. They turn 1 it against, you know, a control deck, and it's got like 5 cards on it by the time they actually can cast to Settle the Wreckage, and yeah. No crap. Red deck didn't even make top 8 in GPLA. Well, I'm going to assume that the opponent has us here. We could Vivian Reed, pop the Sorcerer's Spyglass, but we could also just jump into the next game here. I don't think the opponent's got a lot of creatures, so I'm dropping Makeshift Munitions altogether. And I want more action. Just that jam-packed action. I'm getting rid of Fiery Cannonade. And I'm going to go with Chandra. And since we're doing that, I'll get rid of 1 Soulscar Mage. Soulscar Mage is still going to be a decent beater, so. Can you stack multiple Flames of the Keld? I mean, when you play the first one, you're going to discard your hand. So, what is the best 3-color deck in Standard right now? Grixis or Esper? You pick. I would say Grixis or Esper. We're definitely just going to try to hit this Scarabs here. We can turn to a Soulscar Mage, but I think the proper play is get down our Canyon Slough, get down our Forest, and then just kind of go from there. If we draw a tap land on turn 2, we can go ahead and play it then because we'll have the red available. So this hand's pretty decent. And then, like, if we hit the Nest of Scarab, follow that up with an Amid Eternal, we should be great. I'm glad you like the deck, Ryan. How you're back to YouTube now, right? I know that you had went to Twitch for a little while. Well, see, this is perfect, guys. We get another 1-drop. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Yeah, I know the prowess thing, but I'm not gonna be that greedy. We're gonna play a non-creature spell next turn anyway. Man. Yeah, I think I just want the Canyon Slough here. Just a couple extra lands. We can roll with it from there. We'll pass. I don't know. Every time I close it out and open it back up, it's not downloading. I don't know, but we have art. We have art. So, you know, Twitch was fine, but most of your audience didn't follow you there, and it was hard to stand out with all the other streams. There are a lot of people streaming on Twitch. There are definitely a ton of people. Well, we get an opening to get in this nest of scarabs, and then we'll just jump into combat, punch him for 2, and then next turn we am an Eternal, play our tap land, and we're holding up Chandra for, you know, the following turn, and then the turn after that, if Chandra survives, we're looking at Vraska. So, like, we're not in a bad spot right here, especially if the opponent's on this situation where he's just going to be tapping multiple cards per turn. He needs to sack this if he doesn't have a land. He has land. He has plenty of land. Okay. Fountain. Okay. This is pretty good. We're just gonna get in for 1 here. So now, no matter what he casts, like, we're gonna get our token, which is terrific. And then next turn we'll Chandra, and then we can start that uptick process. If he does create a creature, we can downtick Chandra, put 4 -1/1 counters, get 4 creatures, that sort of thing. Twitch, there's definitely 2 different audiences there. You know, I started on Twitch, moved to YouTube, and like I was on Twitch for a couple months, made Twitch affiliate, and that's pretty much just like, you put the time in, you make Twitch affiliate, right? You're going to get some people watching you, but for the most part, it was just, there were enough streams there that people could just bounce around a lot, which was pretty cool. Alright, opponent. Let's see what you're doing. Well, we hit another land, so I'm just going to cycle this land. So yeah, we're just going to cycle this turn. So I'm just going to play Swamp. Maybe I shouldn't have played Swamp, like, just hold up in case we hit another tap land, because we're still going to cycle, though. So we'll plus Chandra, cycle. We hit an Ammon. Alright, so we weren't punished for it. Like, punishment there would have been if we would have hit a tapped land and we wanted to, you know, keep the Swamp so that we could come in untapped on turn 6 so that we could Vraska's Contempt something, or Vraska herself something. Or maybe we just want to start upticking Vraska, but I kind of doubt that as well. I think we want to just, like, hit a Fountain or something so he can't just, like, draw cards. I don't know. Anyone know any decks where someone made the first Eruption good? Been thinking about Ranging Raptors, Dousing Dagger, Eruption, Fall of Thrawn. Y'all think that is bad magic? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have been looking at Fall of Thrawn and trying to find different ways to make that go off. Oh, come on, dude. Again. So does he call Chandra or Vraska? I think he has to call Vraska, right? Like, he can't call Chandra, because if he calls Chandra, we play Vraska. He called Chandra. He called Chandra. I mean, he knows we have Vraska. Oh, hold on. We can't. Yeah, we can. We can't use it. Oh, man, we need a green mana. Need green mana. Alright, well, I mean, we get to a land, we can Vraska, we'll pop the Sorcerer Spyglass, Vivian Reed, can start doing some work there, because we'll have a treasure, which will be able to create the extra green mana for Vivian. Phyrexian, oh, for all of Thrawn, Phyrexian Scriptures. See, that seems decent. I like the sagas. I kind of like the way they're built and everything else. So I really do like the sagas. I can't. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. It's a saga. -1/-1 counters to creatures without flying. At what? Which saga is that? Fall of Thrawn? I'll pull them up for you in a minute. That I can do. We can do that on Magic Online. You're late to the stream, Jan. What's up, dude? Yeah, lots of Planeswalkers. We're in the sideboard, so I brought in a lot of Planeswalkers so that we could have more interaction against our opponent here. Our opponent's just drawing a ton of cards, which is making me very nervous. Fortunately, though, if he doesn't hit a land... as I was saying, if he doesn't hit a land, the opponent says, "Good game, can't find a land, drawing 8 cards." Well... That is horrible. That is horrible. But we won. Yeah, if he didn't hit a land, he couldn't keep up the counter spell. And then any land we hit, I think he was probably still a little preemptive on scooping, but that's okay. Looks like a Super Friends deck. Maybe after Sideboard, I almost had Samet the tested in here, which is a card that I do want to play around with. Word of mouth, that's surprising a bit, but cool. What? It goes down. I don't know what we got. Recommended videos and word of mouth. There you go. What do you mean word of mouth? I gave you a pitch the moment you come in here. Why would that be surprising? I got you. We've got multiple cyclers. I'm good with this. Maybe not. Maybe. So I need to get down either a thicket. Yeah, I'll put down a thicket because we can play the Blooming Marsh next turn. I think that's the proper sequencing, and then we can leave our Canyon Slough for later. The thicket brings in everything anyway. John actually has some really good mana right now. Wizards Lightning. We're taking it to the face. It's happening. Oh. I think I put it down anyway. We might be able to do a little bit of damage to multiple wizards here. Making him just a 0/1 is it's doable, and that'll work. Goblin Chain Whirler. Of course you Goblin Chain Whirlered. Of course you had a Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright, so there's Hapatra. So we're going to Obelisk Spider. Pray he doesn't have more burn. Yeah, I think we just pray he doesn't have burn, but I mean, this is a deck full of burn. Alright, well. I mean, it's possible he wanted me to kill that. But it's also possible he just wants to burn this for 3 now. Alright. The Journey Mage. Ooh, alright. I think we come in with tap land here. He's got 2 mana left. I'm just gonna pass. Shield Pyromancer, that's not great. Not great at all. 1 card left in hand. Flame of the Kiln. Surviving here is going to be a little tricky, guys. Okay, so I'm still going to fire this off. I think I kill Vishiro Pyromancer and make Goblin Chain Whirler smaller. Yeah, it seems okay. And we'll get a couple triggers off of our Obelisk Spider. And then I guess now we just play the Scorpion God. I mean, it's about the best thing we've got going for us here is the Scorpion God. We do have to survive, you know, that third turn Flame of the Kiln. So, yeah, like this is the only thing that's going to save red decks from losing Bomat. So, I think that with the loss of Bomat, everything's going to shift very hard in a different direction. I don't think red decks are going to be near as good as they have been. Draw 2 cards. So he gets 3 cards. Get 2 Lava Runner. That's not bad. Luckily, we'll have enough mana to play Hapatra and activate the Scorpion God this next turn, which will be terrific. So, I am going to play land. We're going to play Hapatra. Now, he'll definitely be going for a burn or something on us here. Alright, here's the big turn, guys. Can we survive the Flame of the Kiln turn? Ooh. Chandra. Alright, we'll see what happens with Chandra. He makes mana. Alright, well, that's Captain Lannery Storm. It's also a thing. Ooh. Alright, so he's almost tapped out, but he is going to have a little bit more mana here. Alright, so I want to kill multiple creatures with +1/1 counters. Or with -1/1 counters on them. So, what is the best way to do that? We do have... he's already sacked it. What is he going to do with the red mana? Does he have a shock? He does have a shock. Going to my face with the shock. Well, that's beautiful. Oh my god, he just went to face? Oh my goodness. Alright, well we've got great blocks. So let's block Goblin Chain Whirler. We'll block here, and then we'll block here. We'll say okay to blocks. We'll hit red mana, black mana, red mana, activate. Put that there so Hapatra doesn't die. Nothing dies. We'll kill 3 creatures with +1/1 counters. And then I could have even blocked Captain Lannery Storm if I would have thought about that. Got ahead of myself. I got so excited. Oh, that's right. It does extra damage. That's fine. We still kill 3 creatures. Bam! And he's got 0 cards in hand, so we're kind of set here. Yeah, this is good. So we'll go Dragon Skull Summit, play our Nest, kill Chandra. Play Soulscar Mage. Yeah, play Soulscar Mage. So we kill Chandra, we play Soulscar Mage. And then we can activate the Scarab God here. So we're just dodging Wizard's Lightning. I mean, if he swings, we've got our Death Touch Snake. Okay. So we'll activate there. There's a Hapatra. That's pretty decent, and we've got some cycling we can do. I'll go ahead and play the Hapatra. We'll kill Captain Lannery Storm right now. I mean, he has to pull Burn. And we're looking for Obelisk Spider. Oh, man. Yeah, I forgot about the Flame of the Kelm, but we still killed 3 things with -1/1 counters. So that was fine. It was perfect. It all worked out exactly the way we wanted to. Yep, we can yield to that. Another land. We've already played our land for the turn. Alright, so let's go to combat. We'll go attack, 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 attack. We've got enough blockers here. And we're going to cycle. Alright. He scoops it up. He's like, oh, I can't get the burn, and he's going to kill me. Alright, well. It's, he doesn't have a lot of pirates. He scoops it up. He doesn't even want to play against us. He doesn't even want to play against us. Whatever. Whatever, opponent. Whatever. Stupid brute. Should never beat my deck. I'm playing mono red wizards. Sorry. Yeah, I went a little too far with that, right? Super glad to see it leave. But you're milking it for all it's worth, Mason. That seems pretty good. I mean, Bomat's good, man. Bomat is... It's terrific. Turn 1, turn 2, Chandler's Initiate. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We've got mana, and we've got a good start. I almost wish I could get down the Obelisk Spider before the Chandler Initiate. But, you know, that probably isn't going to happen. Yeah, we'll be fine here with this. I was thinking about playing the Sheltered Thicket, but I don't guess it really matters. Ooh, another the Scorpion God. Well, let's get him killed here. I assume that he just kills this. Battery goes, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. A braid. Alright, yep. Burn the dork. Burn the dork. Burn it with fire. Well, have a spider. Have a spider. So, next turn I'm actually just going to play the Shelter Thicket tap and Adventurous Impulse. I'll probably Adventurous Impulse before I actually play the Shelter Thicket, because if I draw something else that's like worth playing at 3 mana, we might just go ahead and Dragon Skull Summit. But I really want to start getting the Scorpion Gods down, so it's going to have to be pretty good to... let's see what we get. Obelisk Spider's still pretty good. We'll go any order. And then I'll just... I mean, which is more important? The Scorpion God. Like, so if we play the Shelter Thicket, right? We can play the Scorpion God next turn. If we play the Dragon Skull Summit, we can play the Obelisk Spider this turn. Now, the opponent clearly did not like Obelisk Spider. We can play the Sheltered Thicket, have Scorpion God next turn, and have Adventurous Impulse for even more cards. Can't do both. I'm going to play the Sheltered Thicket. I'm going to Adventurous Impulse this turn. We'll take another Sheltered Thicket. Those might be handy. And we'll just start slamming the Scorpion Gods next turn. Right, it gets killed by Glorybringer. I don't think he has Glorybringer, or I think we would have. I don't think we would have seen that. I just don't think he has Glorybringer. So, Lego Kid, reassembling skeleton. So 3 mana, I kill that, draw a card. I'm liking what I see here. We'll play the Dragon Skull Summit, and like, Glorybringer won't kill this. So we slam the Scorpion God, and like, he Paraska's Contempts it or something, maybe? Yeah, that could happen. Next turn we play Woodland Cemetery and start cycling. We can double activate. Seems okay. Unlicensed Disintegration. Well, that's mean. So mean. Desecrated Tomb. I think he plays that. Yeah. So now as he moves this back and forth, he gives us more targets to draw cards with. We just got to get there. We just have to get there. We took one here. The Unlicensed Disintegration didn't hurt us a lot. He, for better or worse, just kind of set us back a little bit. Land of Braid. Not bad. So yeah, we definitely just played the Scorpion God again. Yep, just like the Scarab God. He comes back. Back to play some more. He really likes to play. Hopefully we can get some work in with him here. Opponent is playing Infinite Squee. Probably. Like, if he gets the squeeze down, he just, like, recast it over and over? Or, like, how does he make the mana for it? Do I have a favorite tribal deck in Standard? Yeah. It's not Merfolk. I actually don't like the Merfolk deck. I just think the Merfolk deck's really, really powerful. I think it's just, it's lying just under the waves, you know. It's where they're Merfolk, they're hanging out. They're waiting to... Those sirens are singing their song. They're waiting to do damage. Ooh, Cathartic Reunion. What else you got here? It's got a reassembling skeleton in the grave. Okay. Favorite tribe? It's not knights. It's probably vampires. No lie. It's probably vampires. Not that they're the best, but I just like the way the vampires tokens deck works. The knights are good too. The vampires would be great if they just didn't lose to Goblin Chain Whirler. If you don't hit, you know, Radiant Destiny. You called it. You called it. Infinite Squee. All right. Well. Getting to that Chandra is going to be a pain. So, I am going to try to drain our opponent here a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get to the Chandra, so we're gonna start the drain process. And Let's kill the Stitcher. We'll give him more things in the grave. So we'll get to draw a card. We'll drain our opponent. Emin Eternal will be great. I mean, if he's bringing all these things back and he's trying to recast over and over, that's going to be terrific. We're just going to swing at Chandra. Unfortunately, we won't actually be able to put neg 1/1 counters on things that we're dealing damage to. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But, you know, happy song. Good evening, all. Hey, Barry. How you doing, sir? Speaking of which, Mr. Drake, you said that you wanted to see a blue-green deck, but I don't remember exactly what you said you wanted the central theme of that blue-green deck to be around. So I was asking all my moderators and a couple other choice people about some decks. What was the blue-green deck you wanted to see based around? I've had that deck building bug lately, and I've just been wanting to build. So, what game are we on? This is game 3 or something like that. I don't remember. We're having fun. manatraders link doesn't seem to work. The deck list doesn't seem to work. I will get that fixed here shortly. We might be able to get it fixed here in a moment. I'll try. This may end up bad, but I'll try. Bantu the Glorified. Well, that is a thing. Well, I'm definitely playing the Nest of Scarabs. And then... do we just play the land so we can get more activations, right? Don't even worry about scrying. Because we can always just, like, if we want to draw a card, we can just pay 3 and draw a card and kill something, right? So... we can hit Chandra for 1? Just to start keeping her off a little bit. Sacrifice another creature. Scry 1 each opponent. Let's see. Can't attack or block unless a creature you control... a creature died under your control this turn. Aw, man. Alright, well... so in that case... I'm going to play Amit. That's gonna be how this is gonna work. We're gonna play Amit Eternal. So every time he casts a spell, we're gonna make a dude. We're gonna put neg 1/1 counters down. We've got reach. Maybe we should have swung there with fighter. At least kill something. Yeah, maybe I should have just swung anyway. Even without actually activating the abilities, so that he couldn't block with the Bantu, but. Alright, so here comes the scrappy scroungers and more bats. Bats, and more bats. Cheap, let's see. Oh, chat got away from me there. Alright, so what game are we on? manatraders link's broken. I know that one. Let's see, you have a cheap green Adonis Climb deck. Can't remember. It's been a long week. Just a Simic kind of guy. A little bit stompy ramp, a little bit control. It wasn't like the blue-green Karn, was it? The blue-green Karn deck? That was a pretty cool deck. It had floated around for a while. Ooh, well, this is about to become a thing. We're definitely got a bunch of flyers now. So you can start sacking those to ping us. We'll always yield to that. We'll always yield to that. So we're making a bunch. Unfortunately, though, he may just be making more. He may have more value than we have. Makeshift munitions! Awesome! Awesome! I've got that in here. Great card. in the right situations. We may have to draw some cards here, guys. We may have to draw some cards. Hapatra. That's a ton of things. Now we still have double activation here. I actually want to draw some cards, so now that we've got Hapatra down, I'm going to start activating. So we're just going to start shooting the flyers. Yeah, that's makeshift munitions is gonna work pretty well against this, isn't it? There we go. Sack that one. Sack that one, buddy. Sack it. No, you're just gonna shoot Hapatra. Okay. We're still gonna get some value out of Hapatra either way. I mean, we get our little death touch dudes. Bantu gets a little bit smaller. The cool part about Bantu being a little bit smaller is it's actually small enough that Obelisk Spider can attack now. I'm still swinging. We're getting at Chandra. We're getting at Chandra. We're getting at Chandra, at Chandra, at Chandra. At Chandra. Getting in there. How much do you want to protect her? Cool. You're blocking the Amid Eternal. Blocking, blocking, blocking. Chandra takes one. And we kill most of things. Amid Eternal will inflict 3 points of damage. Unfortunately, we can't redirect that, which is sad. Yeah. Let's lose his life. Wish that was still a thing. Oh, he's even going to shoot the one? Did he? He didn't shoot it. I thought he was going to... Alright, well. So, we did get one hit in at Chandra. Do I play that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be 9. We can get 3 activations in. It seems good. I mean, if he's going to makeshift munitions and sacrifice things. Alright, so while we're letting him make his plays, I can get back over to chat. What did I miss here? Yeah, you guys got way ahead of me, so if I missed anything really important, say it again. I see SideboardMTG up here. Good night, Rush, if you're still here. Good night, sir. Why didn't the stream boss change? Mason, what's going on up here? Why do chat rooms always end up in bathroom talk? I don't know. Like, I don't know if you mean like filthy or whatever, but mine's normally not very toxic, so I'll say that. I'm going to do this. I mean, it's a lot of counters. We can just put them on the channeler initiate. That's fine. So now we'll attack. So we're going to attack him, Chandra, Chandra. So we'll attack a bunch of things at Chandra. And depending on how he blocks, we'll be doing other things. Alright, so he's going to bring it back. Scrap. Alright, so Scrappy. He makes some dudes. I think we go... Make a blocker. Or kill a blocker. And I'm going to save the other one for a moment. I mean, if he makes blocks, that's fine. We could draw something like Splendid. No! Alright, so it still gets to block, right? Brings back more. He's making as many as I am. Actually, we're just going to do this then. I want to draw more cards. We'll get more dudes too. Get some more triggers. All these good things. I mean, that is a lot of dudes. Because, I mean, does it work like that? Because two are leaving? Like, your one's leaving because you're exiling it, and the other one's coming back to the battlefield? Whenever one or more creatures leave the battlefield, or leave the graveyard, make a bat. So this, or leave the graveyard, make a bat. So this exiles two, so you would make a bat. Wow, just everything in front. Alright. Obelisk Spider. Okay, I mean, everything in front of the spider. I'm not playing that. We're gonna try to draw with it next turn. He gets two, but it says when one or more creature cards leave the graveyard, create a bat. So he should get two. He shouldn't have gotten 8 there. I don't think that's right, because he's making, like, it's one instance of it leaving. One or more creature cards leave the graveyard. So, alright. Now he's got another one. Now he would get 3. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. I mean, I could be wrong. But whenever one or more... So... It doesn't say make that many. It says create a. So you're going to get one trigger every time this happens. So how he's triggering it for 2, I don't know. That's a pretty good card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 3 activations. Alright, so let's go for 1 here. So we can go attack everything at Chandra except for that. Yeah, I guess that's how we have to do it. I mean, he's definitely about to activate Chandra here and do some crazy things. Okay, so he's activating Scrap Heap Scrounger. He should get 3 triggers. He should get 3 dudes, right? He's got 5. He should get 3. Oh, because it... Alright, so that makes sense. Okay, because of paying... Exiling another creature is part of the cost. So that'll go off as part of the cost. And then when the effect goes off, you'll get the Scrap Heap Scrounger coming back. So you're getting multiple triggers. Okay. Alright, it makes sense. That makes sense. That is, that's pretty good. I have not looked at that, that interaction, but, that's pretty sweet. He's just blocking all the way around. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Splendid Agony. 1, 2. Okay. These will die. We'll draw some more cards. I'm actually going to let this happen beforehand here. I don't know if he does both of them. You're going to go ahead and sack the other one. And he's going to sack the other one. Alright, so the makeshift has done 2 points of damage. So now we can actually try to save our Scorpion God by hitting the last one. And we'll get to draw a card. Yeah, that makeshift munitions is making this a little bit of a pain. A little bit of a pain. We got to draw 1 card. And now the Scorpion God is dead. We've only got this dude by like 14 seconds, or 40 seconds on the clock though, and he's about to ultimate Chandra, so pretty sure this is going to be over. Is there Naturalize in the sideboard? No, but there's Vivian Reed in the main. And Vraska. There's Vraska and Vivian. So, I mean, we can do some stuff there. I'm just gonna chump. I mean, the bats are a pain. The bats are 100% a pain. Maybe I shouldn't have even bothered and just killed other things. Just let it die. Instead of trying to fight the ones that were in front of it, just kill everything else. I mean, he can sack something else if he wants. When are we going to use this? Definitely think I just want the Scorpion God back. Makeshift munitions. He's going to go ahead and shoot something. He's got a ton of mana, a bunch of things he can bring back. So, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a long fight. Oh, my goodness. Going to have to watch the replay. Right? Like, this is just the most boring grind ever. Alright, well, make 1,000 more. This is so good. I have got to play with this interaction. That's another interaction that's going to be leaving. I've got to play with this. So I'm going to have to brew this. This interaction right here. Desecrated Tomb and Scrap Heap Scrounger with Squee. My goodness. For the Horde, do you not have this built? I know you're a Squee lover. No, they didn't forget. I don't think. Maybe they did. Oh no, bats, bats, and more bats. Like, that was all at the end of my turn. All of that was at the end of my turn. Right? Oh my goodness. So good. So good, Lego kid. Alright, so we want to bring some stuff in. We've got some things that'll work, but we definitely want to bring this. I think like most of this is good, except for Hapatra, which helps to just give us more dudes, but I think we just want to be, bigger. Our own Chandra is probably nice, but I think I want Varaska, and I'll take out one copy of the Scorpion God, even though this is like probably the best matchup in the world for him. And I'm just gonna run like this. Like, I still want to be a Nest of Scarab deck. Being able to put 1 mana into, like, I wanna show him my makeshift munitions build, but that may not be possible here. I am going to keep this. We'll go Canyon Slough and go from there. Probably just going to turn 2 cycle the Shelter Thicket. Right, we want to go wider, faster. Well, Hapatra's still got to punt, like, still got to hit though, and I don't expect that to happen. So my prayer is just to hit the Nest of Scarabs, which the red-black deck can't deal with. Okay. I mean, he's probably going to call the Scorpion God. Because that seems like that would be a thing against him. So maybe no, the Scorpion God. I mean, I get that. And he called it, and then I drew it. So Nest of Scarabs. Depending on what the opponent has, though, Scorpion God still just is a 6/5. 6/5 beater that gets ridiculous. Ooh. Sequestered Stash. It's okay. We'll just go Dragon Skull Summit. Pass? And then we'll cycle. Chandra. Well, might as well cycle now, since we know what's going on here. That's not bad. It's part of our combo. That's part of it. We just need to find the other part of it. There's the other part of the combo. Look at that. This is going to be so cool, I guess. Alright, so let's see what... Let's hang on to it for a minute. Alright, so let's go the Scorpion God here. And then we'll pass. So, I want to be able to... Like, we have our combo here, which is actually really good against creatures, so... Heart of the cards! You don't like ramping with Channeler. You like getting a Hapatra and Nest out first, and then Channeler for max value. Seems greedy, Nicholas. I like it. Alright, he got some targets for us there. I'm going to start with this Adventurous Impulse. There's an Obelisk Spider. We're going to play land. Makeshift. Spider. Chandra? Probably an argument there for me to have just Fiery Cannonade, wipe the board, and swing at Chandra, but I think that's the play we do next turn. Yeah, I think that's just our next turn. He got like all the things he could ever want. Scrap Heap Scrounger, a Squee, and a Reassembling Skeleton. Oh, he's got so many good things. Right. I think that's what we do next turn. We just, no matter what he plays this turn, we just go Soul Scarred, Fiery Cannonade, finish Chandra off. I don't think he has a way to save Chandra here. I could be wrong. I mean, he might have a good way to save Chandra. We'll see. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Okay. I need him to play a creature. He definitely may have a... Well, that'll be a creature. Return the Scorpion God. Vivian Reed. Vivian, what do you do for me? There's Soulscar Mage. Chandra Ultimate's here though, right? Yeah, like Chandra's Ultimate is just yeah, I definitely made a mistake there. We should have went the other route. We'll make him do this now. Oh, he didn't do anything. He's like, all right, well, I survived because I Ultimate Chandra, and then nothing you can do about that. Which he's probably right. An Ultimate of Chandra here is it's pretty good. We just pray he doesn't have spells to cast, which seems pretty slim, right? So Vivian took a little abuse for us right there. I don't think I have time to play anything other than the Scorpion God. I think we just have to fight as hard as we can, as fast as we can. And just try to kill him before he draws 4 spells, I assume. Which seems pretty slim. Oh, that's right. He can just kill the Scorpion God every time. How do we do this? I don't think we can beat this. Lucidius, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. So I guess next turn if he targets it, we just sack it and shoot something? I mean, so what does he do? Cast a spell, or does he draw a land? Does he have a spell? So he returns Reassembling Skeleton to the battlefield. Makeshift Munitions, that will be a pain. So we will actually Makeshift Munitions. Cancel. We want to shoot the skeleton. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah, I don't think we can come out of this. Just being able to protect himself as he ultimates his planeswalkers is absolutely terrific. If you don't do anything else with that combo, just use that as a shell around, you know, like a planeswalker deck, and it seems terrific. Yeah, that Bantu's pretty good. I thought that I had a way to clean up right there, but I wasn't expecting Bantus. And it looks like we're going to pay for it. So, yeah. Yep, it's going to be it. So he's just shooting me now. Sacrificing his dude, shooting me. Bring Squee back, because he can cast that from exile. Ultimate Chandra. Seems pretty good. We may have to check this out. I may have to brew this up. For the Horde, did you say that you had this built? I've got to go back up and check. This seems like something For the Horde would build. He's a big fan of Squee. You have a very similar deck. Well, let's look into Makeshift Munitions is really good because you can dodge Vraska's Contempt with it. But yeah, yeah. Jeez, wow. Wasn't expecting that. Quite a cool little deck though, and it's definitely got me interested here. Well, guys, as I've always said, the Neg 1/1 counter deck, it's a trap because it, and I said that earlier in the stream, I think it's a trap because all the pieces seem to be here. It looks like it's a built deck. It looks like that you could build a deck. There's enough pieces that you could brew this in quite a few different ways, and I have yet to see any of them do well. So I think the strategy itself is just overall weak. You know, we're just gonna play, you know, would be better than a vanilla creature, but it's going to be a little bit weaker. I did look into Sarkhan's Unsealing and playing some of the bigger converted mana cost dudes, or the bigger power dudes, because you know they're going to enter the battle, like they're cast as a 5-powered guy. But when it comes to Sarkhan's Unsealing, it really doesn't matter if you're doing a 4, 5, or 6 until you get to a 7. So a 4 is just as good as a 6. As far as getting on Sarkhan's Unsealing to trigger. So they kind of cut out, you know, the Crocodile, the Crossing, and things like that. So overall, I mean, the Nest of Scarabs deck is pretty good. I do like it. I think it's very resilient. You can go into some crazy long games. If you really want a deck that's going to allow you to have a lot of interaction, a lot of play, I mean, something along this line would be really, really good for you. And even if there are Goblin Chain Whirlers, which could easily kill this, most of your tokens and such, most of the time you're just going to be able to rebuild through that. But overall, the deck is very slow. It takes a lot of time to set up. And I've had a lot of people ask me about Hapatra, and you know, and the joke I've always made is, you know, Hapatra is a trap. So I definitely think that, you know, this is how I would want to play the deck, somewhere close to this if I was going to play the deck. I don't think that Hapatra is good enough to actually put, you know, Ukudols or Bukoodles of time into to see if you can find the exact perfect 75. I just don't think that there's enough strength there. There's a lot of things that kind of what? What's that got to do? What's that got to do with sexuality? What? No, come on, dude. I mean a trap as in, like, it looks good. It's a trap. It will get you in like a bear claw and not let you go. You can take this ever how you want, Jan, but that's not how I'm meaning it. Anyway, Hapatra's just not a great deck, so. No, actually, I don't know the meme. I'll look it up, though. I'll look it up. I know that me and my wife sat down and made quite a few jokes about the Hapatra's Trap deck. But anyway, you're glad to have caught part of the live streams. It's always entertaining. Let's test the full Monty for the stream boss here. Well, hopefully it's going to come in. I've got to fix the... Looks like it's not working. What is going on? See if we can reload the stream boss. What is going on? Why are my alerts working? Come on, Stream Boss. I will see what I can do there. Seems to do this from time to time. That is ridiculous. Barry, I am very, very sorry that it's not letting you take over. I'll have to figure that out. I've tried turning it off, turning it back on. I can't seem to get it to work properly. So I'll deal with that shortly. But for now, I mean, this was my deck. I hope you guys liked it. This was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun watching it. And I've got that kind of brew bug going right now. So I'm going to be doing some brews. Going to be looking at a lot of Patreon decks. Probably going to see a lot of me over on the Reddit. As I set around this weekend, I'm going to be looking at as many Reddit decks as I can this weekend, trying to give you guys some feedback on some things. I know there's a lot of questions floating around. I know we got a lot of really cool members of our community that try to help out and upvote and comment on things. Justin Clay, Rush, all of those guys are really, really good about it. We had a visit from Ryan Behind Eyes Gaming tonight. That was pretty cool. Rocker CCR here has started, putting out some content there, so we might get a little bit more content from one of our neighbors, and hopefully that's going to be some good things to come here. Either way, though, guys, my name's Eric. You have been watching Sideboard MTG. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the music. I will check it out, Justin. Only 10 minutes late, but it worked.